What's going on, guys? Jay the Black here. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. I want to talk about Glorilla. I spoke about Glorilla, I think maybe some weeks ago when she got arrested and her mugshot went viral. I spoke about it. I spoke about the fact that she claims that, she doesn't distribute or take any type of drugs, but they found some things in the master bedroom of her home. But be that as it may, she wasn't charged with anything. But we're going to talk about Glorilla again because she made a diss track towards Young Thug. And Young Thug, he's been dealing with a lot recently. Allegations that he's a tattleteller, leaked jail phone calls, and there was one in particular where him and his girlfriend Mariah, the scientist, were talking, and he called Glorilla ugly. And when that phone call leaked, he apologized. He gave a very sincere apology to Glorilla. But that wasn't enough for Glorilla. Glorilla decided that that's not enough. So she made a diss track aimed at him and Mariah because she did not like the fact that she was called ugly on this jail phone call. Now, I want people to understand something. He apologized to her. He did. He got caught. Now, I will say this, though. The things that people say in private, they will never say publicly. Now, according to Glorilla, Thug may have been showing interest towards her. And for him to get on this jail phone call and call her ugly, that angered her. But again, if what Young Thug said didn't matter, if you have a high self-esteem about yourself, if you believe that you are a bad B, you would not care about Young Thug saying that you weren't attractive. But she did. She was seething to the point to where she posted a tweet about it, and then she made this diss track. See, this is what happens when people have a false sense about themselves. They're being told they're attractive by all these thirsty men. And then when they're called ugly once by, I guess, a Young Thug, a guy that maybe she respects, they start seething. They start seething. So let's get into this article for Vibe. Glorilla took it to the booth in reply to insulting remarks from Young Thug revealed during a leaked jail call last week. In response to the recording, where Thugger refers to the Memphis artist as ugly, Glorilla dropped the diss track targeting the Atlanta rapper over Hot Styles' 2008 Looking at beat. The track starts off with Glow jokingly calling herself Brianna as business rapper called her that as he scoffed at the thought of people comparing her to Rihanna. Glow goes on to compare Young Thug's, or Young Bug as she calls him, looks to everything from a Black and Mild to a Jamaican Vegeta. Let me know in the comment section y'all think that's funny. Also taking shots at his fashion sense and the more feminine fits he rocks over the years. It says, cut shirt wearing at N-word, skirt wearing at N-word, a bug on the ground about to chirp looking at N-word, a pain in the at trying to hump looking at N-word, a hole in the mirror about to twerk looking at N-word. She also references the fact that Young Thug attempted to flirt with her before the recordings revealed what he said about her looks. Of course, they all say that. Whenever, they get called unattractive by a guy, they always say, well, you were trying to get with them. Listen, dudes will sleep with anybody. As long as she has a nice body, they will sleep with her. Okay? That's just how it is. I think this is why a lot of extra average women out here think that they are the sexiest, because they think that because all these men want to sleep with them, that they're actually like this super hot girl. No, you're not. Men date super hot girls. They want to screw the extra average ones. Young Thug wasn't the only target, however, as his girlfriend Mariah the Scientist also caught a few shots for entertaining Thugger's insults over the phone. Glow took a few playful jabs, like comparing the singer to a sexy Winnie the Pooh, but also called out Mariah's seeming willingness to put up with cheating and general disrespect from the Parade on Cleveland rapper. Birdie and the Freak looking at B. Brain size of a P looking at B. I don't care if he cheat looking at B. Long as he come home to me looking at B. Aha. Listen, y'all know, in order for her to do this diss song towards Thug and his girlfriend, who didn't say anything about her from what I understand, shows how triggered and how seething she is. You show Glorilla that you're weak when it comes to insults, and that if somebody wants to get at you, all they have to do is call you ugly, and you're willing to get in the booth and do a diss song. By the way, I think her first studio album had critical acclaim, did well, but to me, he apologized to her, and she still made this song when she didn't have to. Now, this article is trying to downplay her level of seething, but she's seething. You don't get in a booth and do this unless you're seething, unless you're hurt, because he called you ugly. Let me tell you something, Glorilla. There are other rappers who feel the exact same way he does. They're just not gonna get. They're not gonna. Because the thing is, he didn't really say this in public. He said this on a jail phone call. On a jail phone call that you would think that is private, or that the only people who will be able to hear them are the jail officials, right? Those are only people who will be able to hear those. But the fact that you can contact I think you can contact them, right? You can contact the jail, you can get those calls. Who decided to do that? There are people who think Young Thug did this on I don't think so. But why is she making a diss song trying to talk about somebody's looks? Let me tell you something, Glorilla. And you may not want to hear this, but 9 out of 10 men would choose Mariah the Scientist over you. Yes, they would. This is why she actually is a thing, mainly because of her looks. So talking about her looks, and you're talking about her brain size, when you got arrested for something somebody else did according to you, in your own house. Many have noted that Glorilla and Mariah the Scientist hit the stage together as recently as June for Hot 107.9's birthday bash in Atlanta, adding an interesting layer to both the song and their friendship. That friendship might be over because women are hella petty, and I don't think Mariah is going to want to be around Glorilla. I can honestly bet you that after she put that song out, she was contacting Mariah the Scientist, telling it that she just put this out here for the public, and don't take it personally, when she's the one who shouldn't have took what Young Thug said personal. Despite dishing out a few bars aimed at the couple, Glow was also sure to state that the track is all fun and games and that she doesn't have any hard feelings. Yeah, right. Oh, it looks like, let's see. The video has no longer do copyright claim about hunger mentality. Wait a minute. So did her video get copyright struck? That's crazy. Anyway, after the initial phone call was leaked, Young Thug took to X to apologize to the TGIF rapper, writing at Glorilla, or Glow the official. First of all, I'm sorry for you for my words, and I honestly don't think you're ugly at all. I was speaking from jail, just having a hard time with life. I don't like bashing girls and hardly ever did. I'm sorry to you, twin. Now, again, this was a very sincere apology. She should have just took it in stride. You want to go tweet something, is what it is, but why would you make a whole song? You just showed everybody that you get hurt by words. Words hurt you. Words hurt you, Glorilla. When you really didn't even have to do all that. He apologized to you. You should have kept it pushing. But that just shows you that the words of one man can trigger a diss track. I could see if he said that and didn't apologize. And you want to get in the booth, it is what it is. But when he apologizes to you, it looked like it's a sincere apology, and you go in the booth. She said it's all fun and games. It can be that, but I'm pretty sure there was some seething going on there. I've seen artists insult each other. They don't hop in the booth and make diss songs, especially if a person apologized. And I do believe that Thug was having a hard time. The man was facing a lot of time in prison. He wasn't in the right frame of mind. He wasn't thinking about people's feelings. He thought he was having a private conversation with his girlfriend. But do I think Thug was trying to intentionally hurt her feelings? No, but you know, she's seething to the point to where she feels like she has to make a diss track in order to regain that self-esteem that she felt like she lost. Let me tell you something, Glorilla. If people thought you were unattractive before that, they're going to think they're still going to have that. It's not going to change. Even before the Young Thug leaked jail phone call came out, people are going to feel the way they feel. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me throw a like video, share it. Follow me on Facebook, X, Instagram. Check out all the other videos on the channel. You should see it on the screen. And I'll see y'all next one.